Yeah, I'm just going to give an update on the car. My Mercedes 250 71. It's a really nice car. I really like it. I've been driving it around, but since I bought it, I realized that the car's not running as it should. It's not running at its best. So I did everything. I started diagnosing the engine. First, I realized that there's oil in the spark plugs and a lot of smoke coming out from the exhaust, especially when I decelerate coming down. Say, for example, I'm coasting down some hill, and then I give it the throttle again, and there'll be for maybe about 2 to 3 seconds, a plume of smoke will come out. It's just billowing from the back, and so I realized it was the spark plugs. The engine was running on 5 cylinders rather than 6. And so I cleaned out the spark plug. Then I ended up changing it because of it just wasn't sparking still. And I eventually got it to run on all 6 cylinders, but the smoke was bothering me. So I don't really like to drive ghetto cars. I like my cars to be just the way they come from the factory. So I started doing research, and I realized that it could be the valve stems, valves, which are leaking oil into the combustion chamber, and it comes into the spark plug area, or it could be the pistons. Just not holding, the rings are bad, so it's not holding the oil down in the bottom of the engine where it should be, and the crank. So I tested the engine yesterday, and all the engine, it's amazing. They are all running, every single cylinder is running at 150 psi, which is ideal for this engine. This is the M130. You can see the 130 sign down there. And so it's the 2.8 liter, not the 2.5 liter. At 71, they went up to the 2.8. So it's a really good engine. The carburetors work well. The car runs phenomenal. It's a great car considering its age, and it's got plenty of power. I could keep up with most cars, but I drive slow. But I know the engine was running well, because when I'm cruising at about 60, 65, I could hear the compression of the engine. Everything just sounds very good, very melodious, the way it should. It's just at the idle where it was kind of rough, and the smoke coming out when I would do a cold start, a lot of cold smoke would come out from the back end, and I just didn't like that. So I took it apart yesterday. I tested the piston. Every single chamber or piston is all good at 150, some at 152 psi. So that's perfect. So it's obvious what it could be, and it's the valve stem seals, which are located in the valves. Here you could see that. Those are 6 here, and then there's 6 on the other side. This is the exhaust side, and this is the intake side. So I ordered the seals. I ordered new spark plugs, new coils, and I have everything here. So you'll see that this is Victor Reins from Germany. So you have them here. These are, excuse the mess, guys. It's got 5 kids here, right? They're running around all day and making messes. They never keep up. But so you have 2 different valves, right? So I didn't know what each one does. So the plastic one, this rubbery one, is goes in the intake side. So you would put it on this side of the engine, whereas the white one is more of a harder PVC with some sort of like metal rings, or maybe they are some sort of vinyl or something. They go on the exhaust side. I guess these are more, they could take the punishment of the heat from the exhaust side, whereas these ones can't. So these have to go on the intake side, and this one on the exhaust side. So I learned that kind of hard to find out which one goes where, because from what I can see inside the engine now, what's sitting in there, they look identical on each side. So it was hard to tell the difference. So I looked it up online. Tough to get the info, but I finally figured it out. It was a video done in Germany, auf Deutsch, by a German mechanic, which was very good. The guy is very good if you guys want to check him out. If you understand a little bit of German like I do, then it's somewhat easy, but it doesn't really, you don't really need to understand what he's saying. You could just see the work he's doing. It'll tell you everything you need to know. So pretty much the valves, I got these off already. I got 2 of them off, so I'm going to do one at a time. So I'm going to do this piston first, then I'm going to move on to the next one, next one, and next one, to make it less confusing for myself when I put everything back together. So I'll do this tomorrow, and then I'll move up. But the guy was very good. He showed how to do everything, what tools you need. So this is pretty much the valve on the exhaust side. This has to be pushed down with the tool, compress the spring, and then you'll be able to take this rocker off, right? Or the one behind it, I'm sorry, because it's kind of tied in from the into this with pressure from the valve pushing it up. So there's no way to get it out. So you got to push that down. Once that comes off, then you will be able to get the whole thing out, both springs. There's one big spring and there's a small spring inside. Then you'll have your valve exposed. Then you could just take out, the valve stays in place, right? Because it's inside the combustion there. And you would have access to the valve stem seal. And then you would just pry it out with the tool. And then you just, you kind of put in what they call like the valve condom. It keeps it from destroying the seal. It's kind of like a plastic gasket that's a tube shape, and it goes over the valve, and you just see the new seal inside. So, and then you just do you put it back together, and you go to the other side, and then you do the other side, and you just work. Well, my method's going to be working one piston at a time, so it should take me a few hours to do it all. It seems very easy, but that German guy is very good. If you guys want to check him out, it's a very good video. I just searched up valve stem seal change for a M130 engine, and it came up, and I'm sure it'll come up for you too. It's easily it's easy to find and easy to watch. So, and the carburetors are good. I'm not going to touch the carburetors because the car's running so well. So I hope everything goes back together and it's running just the way it was, just without the smoke and without the rough idle. I'm pretty sure the rough idle will be eliminated once I put the new spark plugs, because they were just so fouled up. And there's no way that they could keep a good spark, so that caused a little bit of rough idle. But when I was cruising on the freeway, whenever I accelerated and got it up to speed, it's just very smooth. The engine sounds great. Sounds like something like from some World War II movie or something. It's a magnificent engine. It really is. And I love driving the car, so that's why I want to get it back to work. Even though I have an E39, I have a W114 E63 AMG facelift. But this car I just like to drive, get a lot of compliments. A lot of people are like, hey, your car's very cool, and I like it. I didn't buy the car for that. I bought it because it's just a great machine. I love German cars. I washed it and I waxed it not too long ago, so it's looking very nice. I buy these cars because I enjoy them. I don't care. I like the patina. I don't want it to be perfect. I know it's a 55-year-old car. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to have some rust. I don't really care. If I want a nice car to drive around, I'll drive the W112. That's a great car. It's perfect. It just looks like from showroom condition. But this car is the one I like to cruise in. It's just enjoyable. I like to take it with my wife, and we like to drive through North County, San Diego, through the windy roads. It's so comfortable. But anyways, keep you guys updated if you guys are interested in finding out more. I'll have more videos coming up. Thanks. Bye.